Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are going to talk today about the word channeling or channeling, both. It's going to come up. Anyway, so the word channel has been a thing for me lately. And it brings up, before we look it up in the dictionary, I want to kind of just go over what channel means to me personally, okay? And maybe to you, probably the world, who knows. But channel, the first thing I think of is like the channel on a TV, right? You tune into a certain channel or a YouTube channel, as the case may be. But either way, it's I was going to say frequency, but I don't know that I want to say that. It's tuning into a station, right? Like a radio station. Another thing that channel can mean is I think of like channel locks, like that tool. And then also lately, in the past couple of years, my spirituality has brought up the word channeling. And I'm not really sure that I fully understood what that meant. From a layman's perspective, I guess, I felt like it was channeling like someone else speaking through you. Okay. And again, when I talk about my spirituality and when I have these like aha moments, I always thought that channeling another energy or message or whatever you want to call it was this big thing, right? It was the person who closed their eyes and they've spoken a different voice and it wasn't really them speaking. And it can be that. I mean, I guess if you believe in that kind of thing, but it doesn't have to be. It can be as small as your parents teaching you something when you were little and you repeating it. You would be channeling your parents that way. But apparently my dog's like, that's what it means. That's enough. Thank you. The Webster's dictionary definition of the word channel is the bed where a natural stream of water runs. And actually, I forgot about that, yeah, because I lived in Arizona for a while, and we had, and by we, I mean my cousins, not me, have boats, and we would take the boat down the Colorado River to Lake Havasu, and we would go to what was called the channel. So I apologize for not remembering to include that in my definitions of the word channel. It also means the deeper part of a river, harbor, or strait, a straight or narrow sea between two close land masses. Okay, so that would be more indicative of the channel that we went to in Lake Havasu. And if you think about it, all of these things are really it's a bridge, right, between two things. So the channel in Havasu is the water between two pieces of land. The channel on a YouTube station or on a TV is a medium by which information is delivered to a person. Channeling of another person's message or a deceased person, in some cases, if you consider mediumship in that, is again delivering a message from someone else. It's that in between bridging gap of the information from source into from source to the person that you're delivering it to. It also means a means of communication or expression, such as a path along which information such as data or music in the form of an electrical signal passes. So that would be the TV one. A way, course, or direction of thought or action, like new channels of exploration. So I guess in that regard, it would be a course, right? Like how do I want to explain that? I'm not going to explain that, actually. We'll just leave it at that. New channels of exploration. A band of frequencies of sufficient width for a single radio or television communication. So it seems like width is a thing with channel. An account on an online media sharing or streaming service from which one can make media content such as videos available to others using the service. So I guess that would be like YouTube, right? a usually tubular enclosed passage, a conduit. So I like that conduit piece. I think that is the word I was missing in my definitions. Um, Another definition, a passage created in a selectively permeable cell membrane by a conformational change in membrane proteins. Yeah, don't know what that means. That sounds a little scientific for me, a little out of my wheelhouse. A road channel would be a long gutter, groove, or furrow. And finally, a metal bar of flattened U-shaped section. The verb definition would be to form, cut, or wear a channel in, to make a groove in, to convey or direct into or through a channel, to serve as a channeler or intermediary for. So it says the example for the verb is she started channeling her anger towards me. So directed, right? I want to go back to the conduit version of channel. And conduit is defined as a natural or artificial channel through which something such as fluid is conveyed. A pipe, tube, or tile for protecting electrical wires or cables. A means of transmitting or distributing. So it seems like all definitions point to this means of transmitting or distributing. So I guess I have another channel that I have on YouTube. It's called Your Channel. Oddly enough, I did not intend that pun. Hey guys, sorry about that. Important phone calls, they happen, right? Whatever. Anyway, we're going to keep going. So the archaic word, or the archaic definition of the word channel, or I'm sorry, conduit, is fountain. And if you think of that, it just brings to mind like fountain of knowledge, right? The source from which something proceeds or is supplied. So the fountain would be the source, right? And the channel is the conduit. So you would need a receiver in that case, right? Much like I have a microphone receiver right here so that you guys can hear me on the videos. I guess that would be the channel, right? And there's a receiver on the iPad by which the information is sent to, and so forth. So what is the point of this whole rabbit hole that I went down? Channel. Will mean different things to us all. And for me, what I've done is just tried to tap into my subconscious and to see what the word channel means to me. And what I'm learning is that things that are given to me, messages by people or spirit or God or whomever, can get lost. The translation, right? The translation of it all can get wonky or lost. And we have to be mindful of that. We have to remember that not everything we hear is perfect 100% from anyone, anything, unless it's, how am I going to say this? Unless you see it, touch it, feel it, for me, I question it, right? What I've never questioned was the things I was taught in my Catholic school, or things that the Bible says, and I don't take into account who was it that translated that version of the Bible, right? Or maybe I get a message on my cell phone and I can't understand it all, so I only hear 3 or 4 words and I'm trying to make sense of it, right? The channel isn't always clear, and that's okay, but just to be aware of it, just to know that not everything that's coming through to me, via a cell phone or a YouTube channel or a person talking to me, or my parents even, is 100% for me or correct. I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying to be aware of the fact that the channel could be fuzzy, could be staticky, could be missing a word. It could have, I could have heard the word and it, maybe they meant the word or, and that would make a huge difference in the message that's given, right? So, I guess what I'm doing with the information is just taking the time to understand it fully before I go off half-cocked and either take some crazy action or repeat it or whatever happens, right? When you get a message. And even in like a text message, which would be a channel, right? There's no body language. There's no emotional tone of voice that's added to that text. And those texts can be taken very wrong. Sometimes, you might mean them in a funny way and they're taken in a non-funny way. And then next thing you know, maybe you're not speaking to somebody for months or years at a time. It's communication at the end of the day. What channel means to me, it's a level of communication, and communication isn't perfect, just like humans, because humans were the ones that invented it. What I've learned in my spirituality is that those things that are for us, that are meant for us, that we're interpreting correctly and whatnot, you'll feel it in your heart. You'll feel it in your gut. Our emotions are a way for God to channel to us, right? If we're feeling not okay about something, or if we're feeling off about something, then that's an alert signal, right? That's what do they call that? A test of the spiritual broadcast system. There's things, and I've learned to pay attention to all the channels that God, divine spirit, source, creator uses. And my dogs are a channel for that. Thunderstorms are a channel for that. Weird, wonky, technical things that happen to my computer are a channel for that. They're everywhere. The whole world is a channel. And we just have to pay attention to that. So that's my rabbit hole for the day. I kind of wanted you guys to just be prompted to think about where you're getting messages or information from, 3D, 5D, whatever you want to call it. But be aware that everything and nothing is a message. It's everything and nothing. And if you think about it, everything and nothing is the difference of what, 4 letters or 5 letters? Every or no. But it's still a thing at the end of the day. Yeah. So that's my rabbit hole for today. I want you guys to think about that. I don't want you guys to take on my definitions. I don't want you to think like I think. That would be making a bunch of robots, and that's already been done. I want you guys to think for yourselves. I want you to spend 10 minutes journaling, writing, thinking about what channel means to you, where you get your messages, and what is right for you and what is not right for you. Because what's right for you may not be right for me, and what's right for me may not be right for you, and that's okay. If we can honor and respect that in one another, then we have done our job. We did what we came here to do. And that's all I want to do. Just honor and respect everybody around me. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. You guys think about it. Put in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Do all the fun things. And my details are in the description box below. And you guys have a wonderful day. Check out your words. Think about channel. And I'm babbling now because I'm watching my dogs fight over there. All right, guys, that's it for today. So grow your words and taste your language. Bye for now.